Okay, for homework help tonight, I'm going to start with number 34. And on numbers 32 through 36, we're given a parallelogram, and we're given some side lengths or possibly some diagonals. So on number 34, we're given side lengths. So I know that this top side is 2z plus 1. I know that this side is w plus 3. My side on the bottom here is 4z minus 5. And then my last side is equal to 4w. Right, and remember today in class we discovered that opposite sides on a parallelogram are congruent. So if my opposite sides are congruent, that means that these two across from each other are congruent, and that these two across from each other are congruent. So I can set up two equations here. One will be 2z plus 1 is equal to 4z minus 5, and I'll solve for z. And the other equation would be 4w is equal to w plus 3. And I'm going to solve both of those equations. So if I start over here, I'm going to subtract 2z from both sides. And I will get 1 is equal to 2z minus 5. And then I'm going to add 5. And I will get 2z is equal to 6. Divide by 2. And we get that z is equal to 3. And then on this other equation over here, I will subtract w. 3w is equal to 3. Divide by 3. And w is equal to 1. So for 34, you get z is equal to 3 and w is equal to 1. And the last problem that I'm going to do is number 55. And on 55, we're asked to prove a statement. So I'm given that A, B, C, and D, and C, E, F, D are parallelograms. And I'm asked to prove that AB is congruent to FE. And let me attempt to draw this picture in. And I'm going to label my sides here. So this is A, B, you are C, and you are D. And F is in the corner here, and this is E. And I'm going to use a two-column proof, so I need my statements on one side and my reasons on the other. And remember, with all proofs, our first statement is always our given, so A, B, C, D, and C, E, F, D are parallelograms. And my reason for that is, of course, it's given to me. So now my second thing is I want to look at this picture and I want to say, okay, I want to end up saying that AB and FE are congruent. Okay, but I need to make a couple intermediate steps. Now I know that I have parallelograms here, and in parallelograms I have congruent opposite sides. So for example, I know that FE is congruent to CD. And that's literally because my opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Okay. So I've just shown that I have CD here and FE congruent. Well, I have another parallelogram there with ABCD, so I could also say, well, AB and CD are congruent. And that's for the same reasoning. My opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Now, the important thing that I need to notice here is that I have AB congruent to CD, and I have FE congruent to CD. So I have two things congruent to the same thing. Well, that means that they have to be congruent. So AB must be congruent to FE. By what property? Well, that's just transitive. And that's my proof. Good luck with the rest of your homework.